Consent. What are factors to consent? Where can consent be used? Why is it important to establish consent? How can we set down the basics on consent? Consent is essential to a healthy relationship, whether it may be sexual, romantic, platonic, or any relationship at all. It is an approach towards respectful boundaries and can always change depending on a person's individualistic beliefs. It is important for consent to be established to enable personal comfort and well-being. Consent discussions are not always fun, but a serious conversation should be talked about with participating parties, cleaning out any possible forms of miscommunication and clearing everything up. If a person's forced, threatened, intoxicated, unconscious, underage, or asleep, they cannot give consent. Self-care and consent. Consensual relationships are always beneficial when both participating parties are open and ready. One should practice self-care to ensure the best mindset towards consent and your physical and mental boundaries. Loving yourself isn't vanity, it's sanity, said Katrina Meyer. Some self-care routines I take are bubble baths, skincare, and face masks. I also love to hang out with my friends and loved ones. No. It is okay to say no to anything one may be uncomfortable with. Many struggle with their relationship with parents due to their inability to give consent and establish healthy boundaries. No should be seen as a baseline rather than a rejection. No does not mean maybe, not yet, convince me, or try harder. I'm a firm believer in consent as being a mutual understanding between two people. Although the media often displays consent in sexual circumstances, consent should be seen as the door to healthier and stronger relationships. One personal experience I have with boundaries was my need for personal space and independence. My parents definitely agreed, and it was fun to laugh about and set down everything clearly without misunderstanding or misleading expectations. Willing to voice your boundaries is a powerful and admirable trait and should be practiced with everyone around. Examples of consent. Purple and Blue are best friends, however, they have never talked about consent. Purple brings about the idea with consent and her boundaries since she does not feel comfortable with some of Blue's jokes. She talks to Blue about them privately and how she's hurt by Blue's recent jokes and wishes for them to change. Blue, who had never realized Purple's discomfort, apologizes and promised to never do so again. For more information on youth sexual health and well-being, please visit sf.gov/youth.